Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn identification of chemical changes. In the previous video, I told you what are chemical changes. Now I will tell you 4 ways by which you can identify whether a chemical reaction has taken place or not. First is change in the color of the substance. Second is change in the temperature. Third is evolution of gas, and the last is change in the state. We will discuss about each and every change in detail. So let's start with first one, change in color. Change in color indicates a chemical change. So take a test tube containing lead nitrate, which is colorless. Add potassium iodide into it. It is also colorless solution. You will obtain a yellow color substance which is a mixture of lead iodide and the potassium nitrate. As you see, the color has been changed from the colorless to yellow. So change in color always indicates a chemical reaction. Let me explain this with the help of example. We have two test tubes. One is containing lead nitrate, another is containing potassium iodide. Both are colorless. But when you add potassium iodide into lead nitrate, a yellow colored substance is obtained. As you see, a colorless substance is converted into yellow substance. So this change in color indicates that the chemical reaction has taken place. Let me tell you how to derive the reaction for this. Lead. The symbol for lead is Pb and the symbol for nitrate is NO3. The substance that you take or which are present on the left hand side are called reactants, and the substance that is formed, which is newly formed substance, is called product. Okay. So this lead, it has a symbol Pb, nitrate has a symbol NO3. So let's derive an equation for it. The symbol for lead is Pb and the symbol for nitrate is NO3. Valency of lead is +2 and valency of nitrate is -1, and you know it very well. Whenever two compounds react, their valencies are exchanged. So the valency of nitrate will be 2 as I have written it here, and the valency of lead will be 1. There is no need to write 1, so it will be simply PbNO3 whole twice. Let's talk about potassium iodide. The symbol for potassium is K and the symbol for iodide is I. The valency of potassium is +1 and valency of iodine is -1. When these two react, their valency will be exchanged. So I will be 1 and potassium will be 1. And there is no need to write 1, so it will be simply Ki. The substances that are produced after the reactions are called products. Potassium nitrate and lead iodide is the product. The symbol for potassium is K and the symbol for nitrate is NO3. The valency will be exchanged. NO3 will remain as 1 and K will remain as 1. So this is KNO3. Next is lead iodide. Lead is Pb and iodide is I. The valency of lead is 2 and the valency of iodine is -1. When these two combine, their valency will be exchanged. So I will become 2 and Pb is 1. So Pb1, I2. This is the way in which question is asked in exam. The question is, when lead nitrate is mixed with potassium iodide, write the reaction involved, write the observation and identify the type of reaction. For this reaction, you have to remember a mnemonics, that is PINKI or PINKI, P-N-K-I. P is for lead, N for nitrate, K for potassium and I for iodide. As you know, the symbol of lead is Pb and for nitrate it is NO3. The element which is present in the beginning is always positive. Like lead is present here, it is positive. Potassium is present in the beginning, it is also positive. And which the element or the compound which is present at last is negative. Nitrate is negative, iodide is also negative. But when they are mixed together, their ions are dissociated or these ions will split. And as you know, positive is always attracted toward negative. So lead combines with iodine. So PbI2 is formed. And this negative will be attracted toward this positive. KNO3 is formed. So this is the overall process you have to write. Lead nitrate PbNO3 plus potassium iodide combines to form lead iodide and KNO3. Now I told you that yellow color is obtained in the product. That yellow color is due to the precipitate of lead iodide. So reaction is this, and observation is something that you can see through your eyes, like if a gas is evolved, if color is changed. In this reaction, observation is change in color. Both of these reactants are colorless, but the product is of yellow color. So observation is yellow colored precipitates are formed. Precipitates are the substance which are formed when something is not dissolved in water or any reactant. In this reaction, precipitate are formed. It means that yellow colored substance will remain undispersed in the liquid. Last one is identify the type of reaction. This is a type of double displacement reaction that I will be discussing in my upcoming videos. But by far now, you have to remember the reaction and the method, how to derive the equation for each reagent. Second is observation. Observation here is yellow colored precipitates are formed. And third is the identify the type of reaction. It is a double displacement or precipitate reaction. This part I will discuss later on. Second is change in state. Take a magnesium ribbon. It is basically a ribbon made up of metal magnesium. When it is exposed to air or in presence of air, a layer of oxygen develops on this ribbon. We cannot burn it in this way. We have to remove this oxide layer first. And in order to remove this oxide layer, we rub it with the help of sandpaper. Sandpaper is used to clean the magnesium ribbon so that it can be burned easily. Now, when you burn the magnesium ribbon, you observe that a white dazzling flame is obtained. The color of the flame is white. And now this is very important in exam point of view. The color of flame is white when you burn a magnesium ribbon. When you burn it, its ashes can be collected in a china dish, and if you see the color of that ashes, it is also white colored. So in your exam, it is asked what is the color of the powder which is obtained by burning a magnesium ribbon, and name that compound. So the color is white and that product is magnesium oxide. I will explain this with the help of a equation. After rubbing the magnesium ribbon with the help of sandpaper, pure magnesium is left. The magnesium has a symbol Mg and its valency is +2. When it is burned in presence of air, it reacts with oxygen. The symbol for oxygen is O and its valency is -2. Whenever two elements combines, their valencies are exchanged. Okay, but before that we should keep in mind that we have to convert it into simplest whole number ratio. Okay, now one oxygen will be 1 and magnesium will be 1. So it will be MgO, which is already written here, magnesium oxide. As I already told you, the color of this product is white, and the flames that are released during this burning process are also white. So if in the exam the question is asked, write two observation when you burn a magnesium ribbon. First will be white dazzling flames are produced. Second is white colored powder, that is magnesium oxide, is obtained. Third is evolution of gas. Take a beaker, you can add any acid into it. Let's take hydrochloric acid. After adding hydrochloric acid, add any metal into it. Let's take zinc granules. Whenever as a metal is added into an acid, a gas is evolved. You can see the bubbles coming out from that mixture. Those bubbles are of hydrogen gas. Change in temperature. Let's have a look. Take a beaker and add quick lime into it, that is calcium oxide. When you add water into it, quick lime reacts with water to form slaked lime and a lot of heat is released. The beaker becomes hot. When you touch the beaker, you can feel the rise in temperature. So rise in temperature or change in temperature also indicate that a chemical reaction has taken place. This is a type of combination reaction as two reactants are combined to form a single product. Calcium oxide and water reacts to form calcium hydroxide or the slaked lime.